What's up guys, welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you want to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
The discussion was humming now.
Now I have more to look forward to.
Oh, I wouldn't expect anything to change too quickly, but I do think we'll see fewer challengers give up.
Even Veldora and Masayuki were excitedly joining in. This was working out well. We were tackling our problems, addressing them, and debating together to come up with solutions. Right. That was certainly a worthwhile meeting. Floor 1 would now house a training area to help people learn the ABCs before tackling the dungeon, as well as a place for general announcements. We'd provide virtual missions for visitors to try out, helping them acquire the minimum knowledge necessary to survive. They were free to undertake this training, or not, as the case may be. Forcing the challengers into it wouldn't help much. All the risks fell on their shoulders. Besides, we would also set things up so that you couldn't die in the first floor, either. You never know, we might get some crazy adventurer in here causing problems, and I don't want our staff in any danger. Besides, I wanted people to experience for themselves what death was like in this space. We'd made it so you were instantly revived on the spot, so maybe it'd be a fun place for kids as well. For the more advanced challengers, we'd also prepare a room for battle training against a few different types of monsters. We'd put bracelets on the monsters we captured for the purpose, so they could be revived again and again. That way, people could learn how to fight and polish their battle skills. In addition, there was a large gymnasium-style area for the use of our nation's new soldiers. Maybe, on occasion, it'd be fun to capture a whole bunch of monsters and stage a large-scale group battle in there. Things would begin in earnest starting with Floor 2. But from there until Floor 4, we got rid of all the insta-death traps and downgraded the rank of the monsters wandering the halls from E to F. The rooms would have just one D-ranked creature, and in the chests they guarded, we'd toss in low potions and other useful labyrinth-conquering tools. Equipment and other high-market items would begin appearing on Floor 5. So we worked on adjustments like these, recalibrating the dungeon's overall difficulty. That should help people advance a bit faster starting tomorrow. Video games hold closed beta sessions all the time, after all. Maybe launching without a rehearsal wasn't such a great idea. I mean, we did do some testing, but our test party was 6 people from Shien's team Reborn, so the feedback we got wasn't particularly useful. They had no trouble storming all the way down to Floor 40, before we had the Tempest Serpent serving as that level's boss wipe them out. Thanks to that, I had the mistaken notion that the Labyrinth's difficulty level was just right. The traps and minion-level foes were no sweat to them as they breezed their way downward. Based on Team Reborn's progress, we figured everything was okay. With a little experience, folks would be hitting Floor 50 soon, no doubt. We needed to select our testers a little more carefully. Shien personally trained the members of Team Reborn, and I guess they're far more talented than I thought. But we could tackle that later.
So does that round out the issues? Anything else to bring up?
I lobbed out the question, already happy enough with this discussion. Everyone had pitched in, and I figured we were done for the day, but...
Can I say something?
Mjolmile asked.
Oh, something else?
Yes, more to do with Labyrinth administration, but...
Ah yes, something about advertising or revenues. I had my concerns about that as well. It was only day 3, of course, so I wasn't expecting to rake it in yet. But Ramirez's eyes were practically shining at the mention of the topic. It's almost hilarious how money-obsessed of a fairy she is.
We've only just started making back our investment.
Mjolmile said with a laugh, as if defending himself against her. Then his expression grew more serious.
No, I wanted to report to you about our advertising. In order to attract the nobility's attention, I've calculated the amount of the reward purse we should offer. What do you think about 100 gold coins?
Oh?
And that's gonna be paid in?
We'll use 1 stellar gold coin, of course.
Glad to see Mjolmile's reading my mind on that. I had learned from our mistake last time. I needed to get our hoard of stellars changed out. And 100 gold coins would be about, what, around $100,000.
That's not too little, is it?
It was a fortune to your average peasant, but it didn't seem like enough to motivate a noble who's probably swimming in money. Sure, adventurers can pick up magic crystals and rare items along the way, but 100 gold didn't seem quite enough for all the effort. But Mjolmile simply grinned at me.
I understand your doubts, but I've spread the word that this reward would be given to whoever can make it past Floor 50. We'll award it to the first party each month to achieve the feat. Manage it solo, and you earn the entire purse. Work as a party, and you'll divide it up among yourselves. And that's not the only reward.
As he explained, he had also attached prize money to the boss monsters on every 10th floor. On floor 10, that would be a black spider, a B-ranked creature. The first 5 teams to defeat it would receive 3 gold coins. Floor 20 housed an evil centipede, rated B+, spewing paralyzing breath across a broad range, pretty decently strong. The first 5 teams to beat him got 5 gold. Down on floor 30, we had an ogre lord, another B+, along with 5 of his henchmen. Unlike Benimaru and his kin, these were unintelligent creatures, violent and acting strictly on instinct. Their physical strength was astonishing, though, and they were capable of team warfare to some extent, so tackling them with a fully equipped party was a must. Beating them earned you 10 gold, and again, we'd award it to the first 5 winning parties. After that, things begin to get serious. Floor 40, as planned, housed an A-Tempest serpent, boasting extraordinarily powerful poisonous breath that could instantly annihilate an unsuspecting party. Even an A-ranked adventurer on Gaia's level would have serious trouble defeating it solo. Taking the serpent down was worth 20 gold coins, awarded to the first 3 parties who managed it, but I doubted we'd be giving out that prize too often. Meanwhile, on floor 50, I was planning to have Bovix and Equix take turns serving as floor guardian. They had evolved into magic-born ranked above A, so only a small handful of fighters stood a chance. Make it past that floor, and you earn the big 100 gold prize, a big step up but merited given the difficulty spike.
Alright, that's actually a pretty well thought out plan. It ought to make for some good advertising, too. Do you think it'll help encourage the nobles to compete with one another?
Precisely, my lord. Announcing the prize winners each month will encourage competition. And challengers can only win a prize once. They can't be awarded the same prize multiple times, so we can keep things from getting too competitive.
Makes sense. If you could only get it one time, there was no motivation for people to farm bosses strictly for money. This ensured the same small group of people wouldn't hog all the prizes each month, and since each award had a strict maximum, we could count them as fixed costs in our accounting.
So do you think we can make a profit doing that?
That will not be a problem, no. Based on preliminary calculations from the past 3 days, I think we could even afford to increase the prizes a little.
Compared to our earnings, it was pocket change, but the prizes would help encourage competition and speculation among challengers without hurting our bottom line. It was a brilliant strategy. Besides, nobody was going to zoom past floor 50 anytime soon, so I figured our payouts would be on the low side for a while to come.
In fact, if anything, perhaps we could have Sir Masayuki beat floor 50 and play that up in our advertising.
Huh?
With your medal. I'm sure it's only a matter of time, Sir Masayuki.
Aha, that Mjolmile, always looking for another angle. He seemed to have the plan pretty well worked out. Let's have him keep with it.
Ooh, I like that. It'll boost Masayuki's reputation further, even as it advertises our dungeon for us. Let's deploy that once things slow down a little, maybe.
That's just what I was thinking as well. How nice to see we are of the same mind, Sir Rimuru.
You're always sharper than me at this.
We exchanged self-satisfied smiles.
If I could interject.
Masayuki looked like he had something to say. I pretended not to hear. But Mjolmile wasn't done there. In fact, he was just getting to his main topic.
Now, Sir Rimuru, along those lines, I'm thinking about a potentially even larger project.
He flashed an evil grin, champing at the bit to reveal his news. I was starting to like that smile a lot. It was proving reliable.
I'm all ears, Molly. Go ahead.
I gave him a friendly smile of my own.
As I see matters, if we really want to impress the nobility in the local area, I think we should announce that anyone who survives the bottommost floor will earn 100 stellar gold coins.
Oh ho?
What?
How much is that in yen?
Maybe about 1 billion? And with the cost of living as low as it is here, it might be worth even more.
Pretty bold, huh, Molly?
Such a generous reward should motivate any reluctant challengers to spring into action. They're all bound to hire adventurers to conquer the labyrinth.
And that means even more money would be changing hands. The more people gather someplace, the more prosperous it gets. If we can drive people's interest, potential customers who weren't interested before may hop on just so they're not left behind.
But that's a lot of money.
Ramirez shouted, looking concerned. But the confident Mjolmile wasn't perturbed.
And who was the master of this labyrinth again?
He gave Veldora a glance as he lodged the almost taunting question.
It is I, Veldora the Storm Dragon, the very precipice of the draconic races.
Veldora made no attempt to hide his opinion of himself.
Huh? Veldora the Storm Dragon? That name sounds familiar.
Masayuki looked a bit pensive about something as Mjolnir villainously nodded.
Yes, I'm fully aware of that, Sir Veldora. And I'm also fully aware that not a single soul is capable of felling you in battle.
Of course not. Mjolnir, you are truly an intelligent man.
No. I'm simply leveraging what I've learned observing Sir Rimuru.
What? Me? As Veldora and Mjolnir shared an echoing laugh, I thought over his proposal. We were offering 100 stellars, a ridiculous amount, but that required conquering the final floor. In other words, beating Veldora. Nope, not gonna happen. It seemed almost like a swindle to me, but it wasn't a lie, either. Besides, we still weren't sure right now whether anyone would even make it to floor 100.
Yeah, I do think our labyrinth is well nigh unconquerable.
Right.
That's bleedingly obvious.
Precisely. Floor 50 is one thing, but the difficulty beyond that is simply unimaginable to me. We have literal dragons. Where will you find an adventurer who can slay a dragon?
Mjolnir looked a little floored. The concept even exasperated someone as bold and driven by greed as he. Our labyrinth was well defended, to say the least.
I doubt we'd ever have to pay out those 100 stellars.
No. That's the whole idea. This is just bait for the nobility, so I humbly believe we can be a bit lavish with the figures we throw around. I understand the paladins will be trying their luck, but I do look forward to seeing the results.
He left it unsaid, but I'm sure he didn't think they could reach the bottom. I agreed with him. The money figure shocked me at first, but thinking about it with a cool head, we didn't have to worry about anyone actually claiming it.
Molly, let's go with it. Make it happen.
Very well, my lord.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. Shoutout to Nightgazer, Luminoseka, Hexelus Lux, Famsturm, Chadvota, Yawar Ali, Jason Kenji, Clyde Ivan Senados, Cedric Casio, and last but not the least, shoutout to Simorali Boys. I'll see you guys in the next video.